I left Goldman Sachs, private wealth management, after 18 years to build a new company. At Goldman Sachs, you needed at least $10 million in investable assets before we could manage your money. So I spent 18 years building the exact skill set I needed to serve clients at that level. Then in 2025, I walked away from it all. So if you're not a multimillionaire, stick around because the company I built instead is probably for you. And before I tell you why I left Goldman Sachs, let me tell you what 18 years at Goldman Sachs actually gave me and why it might help you. During my time at Goldman, I got an amazing financial education. They paid for my MBA in finance at the University of Utah. They gave me one-on-one mentoring from senior leaders in the industry. On top of that, I earned my certified financial planner designation. They also sponsored me through 6 FINRA licenses, the Series 7, the Series 9, the Series 10, the Series 4, the Series 99, and the Series 65. If that means nothing to you, it basically means that I got enough experience, licenses, and accreditations under my belt to allow me to manage the wealth of some of the world's highest earners. The clients I worked with had a minimum of $10 million in investable assets, but some of the accounts had over $1 billion. These were celebrities and company executives, people who had sold huge businesses. Many of them were already retired, and almost all of them already had more money than they would ever need in their lifetime. So what was I actually doing for people with that level of wealth? I sat on the new products committee for 3 years, reviewing and approving every new investment product before it reached a client. I ran the department that produced tax reports, which is where I really learned how much taxes can eat into a portfolio and how to plan around that. I oversaw the group responsible for IRA accounts and studied the tax and reporting impacts and specific rules associated with them. Eventually, I was overseeing a global team of 300 people with full supervisory compliance licensing to do that. It's not a resume that was built by accident. That was 18 years of my life at one of the most respected wealth management firms on the planet, working with some of the most complex portfolios in the world. So why leave? A lot of people assume big name clients, big firm, it must be a dream career. And for a long time it was. But what nobody really speaks about in private wealth management in a firm like Goldman is that almost all of these clients already had generational levels of wealth built multiple times over. I learned an incredible amount about managing their accounts, but somewhere along the way, I kind of realized that I wasn't helping people who actually needed the help. I was helping the already wealthy get even more wealthy. So I decided to do something about it. Now, if you're not in position to have a firm like Goldman manage your multiple millions, don't worry, you're not alone. That doesn't mean that you can't still have access to high quality services to manage your wealth. The idea for Mountain Goat Wealth Management didn't start in a boardroom. It was born at 7,000 feet. A friend of mine, Cade Hyde, and I set out on a 10-mile trail run through Mill Creek Canyon on a Saturday morning, like we normally do. We had been talking about this idea for a while, and somewhere between Rattlesnake Gulch and Elbow Fork, it kept coming up. Eventually, we hit the overlook of the Salt Lake Valley. We looked at the Salt Lake Valley down below us in the morning, and it kind of clicked. I didn't really want to spend the rest of my life and career serving people who had already made it. I wanted to take everything that I had learned at Goldman Sachs, all the strategies, the products, the institutional level thinking, and bring it to the people who actually needed it. People like my own family and friends, or professionals in their peak earning years trying to figure out how to retire early or protect what they've built, get to the parts of their lives that actually mattered to them. So Cade brought the marketing and analytics knowledge, and I brought the Wall Street discipline. Together with our other advisor, Michael, we've built the firm that we always wish existed, Mountain Goat Wealth Management. Our running group had always called ourselves the Mountain Goats. We were focused on being agile, nimble, and comfortable on steep terrain with our running. But it made a lot of sense for us to take on that name for our wealth management company as well. To build a firm to guide people through one of the hardest climbs of their life, which is climbing to retirement on their own terms. So what am I planning to do with 18 years of experience at one of the top wealth management firms in the world, an MBA, 6 FINRA licenses, and a CFP designation? If you have tens or hundreds of millions of dollars laying around somewhere, sure, you can find an advisor with a background like mine somewhere else. But If you don't meet that criteria, and even the most successful people won't, that level of experience often isn't available to you until now. But since 2025, we've helped multiple working professionals and their families build robust, dynamic retirement and wealth management plans to secure their futures. We use a proprietary 9-step framework and a custom range of products to match your investment goals. We want high-level wealth management strategies to be available to the masses, and that's why we started this channel also. We'll give you some guidance on a range of retirement investment topics that we see most of our clients struggling with. So if you want no jargon, no gatekeeping approach to financial planning, make sure you subscribe to keep up with our future videos. And if you're in your peak earning years, you want to know exactly where you stand and what a real plan for retirement could actually look like for you, you can book a complimentary discovery call with us using the link below. There's no obligation. It's just a relaxed 30-minute conversation about your financial goals and some of the next steps that you might be able to take. We'll see you in the next video.